Europa Report. I'm Jay and this is Mike and we watched Dewey. Look at that big old ball thing.
Big old dip.
It's like a big old nasty ball.
Yeah.
That's the one planet in the solar system. We're like, yeah, you know, that's a good place to go to. Look, it's got veins and it looks like a giant ball.
Yeah, it's literally bleeding. Let's go there.
Yeah, that sounds good. Future, we decide, let's go past the moon. Let's go further than anybody else has ever gone. And Europa is one of those planets that orbits Jupiter, one of the moons that orbit Jupiter, and it's like all made out of ice and water. So they're like, you know, that might be the best place to look for life in the solar system, in our solar system, and they want to go out there and explore. So they get a team together, they do this big NASA thing, and it's a big press event, and they all go out there, and some shit starts happening. You know, that's it.
Some real shit.
Because when you go out that far, you never know what's going to happen. Hope,
space,
sacrifice,
space,
contact.
Space.
Not fairy dust.
Yeah,
you're not gonna meet Peter Pan out there.
So yeah, this is like a small release movie, but it's like a big deal. Like normally they don't do any movies about space exploration.
Yeah.
Moon. But so I mean it's different. That's kind of cool that it's kind of original, and it's got this like not a found footage element, but kind of it is.
Yeah, kind of like found footage. If they show the NASA like the cam like in the shuttlecraft that they're going and how they react. Now, I will say that the special effects on this, what they did with it, was pretty damn well done. I mean, because they took like, I think even NASA or somebody said that this was the most realistic space shit they've ever seen next to 2001 Space Odyssey.
It's insane. You gotta golf clap it for that. You do. You gotta give them a golf clap for that, even though you're not gonna like what I have to say about this movie, because people seem to love this movie, and I'm gonna get into why I don't. But like that part, you're dead. You're fucking on that shit.
The flagpole
that was dead on. Yeah, flagpole sit-up.
Harvey Dangerfield.
I'm not sick, but I'm not well.
I don't know the rest of the words.
I want to start a fanzine.
So Europa Report. So like I said, they're going out there to see if they can make contact, and just basically to explore as far as humankind has ever gone before. That's it.
Yeah. But they bounce around, like the editing is like very strange. Like they kind of throw you in this place and they throw you over here, and then they show news clippings, and then they show people talking about it after it happened, and then they show the crew hanging out.
I mean, it could have been great. I mean, this movie sets itself up well for a great movie. It could have been great. Because they capture that isolationism, how it would feel to be that far away from Earth and any kind of civilization or contact, and just how you're going to react to that whole thing.
But it bounces around so much with the editing that you can't ever get into any of it.
I think that's what I think it drags you out of it too much. Like you're like kind of getting focused on what's going on, then it's like a news clipping of what happened before they went up. I mean, it's like, well,
yeah, it's like they were afraid of you getting bored of their own movie.
What would you do though if you're that far out? Like you've been in space for like I don't know, a year? 8 months, a year, and you're floating around. I swear to God, I would take my Xbox or not my Xbox, my PS3, and I was like PSN. I was like, I'll go play. And it was like, you can't get PSN, and if you did, then you know there's content of this. Like they've got PlayStation Network too.
Here's what I wonder: if you're up there with like, if there's guys and girls up there, right? You know, and you're up, everybody's been up there for like a year. And everything's cordial between
you keep your dick to yourself.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, would you not though? I mean, if you were single and whatever, and they were single or what have you, and if you're just chilling, just sitting in the cockpit, and you're like, yeah, we've been out here for like a year, and neither of us have got any. You'd be like, so we just want to bang one out real quick. I mean, just as friends.
It'd be birth control, perfect. You know? Because if you were gonna do that pull in, pull out,
clean this mess.
Look, there goes Jerry and Tommy and Johnny.
Space babies. What if you made life on another planet?
Would you want to do flying fucks? I guess because they were trying to show you that, like they were doing that whole like artsy shit where they show you the beginning and then they're going to show you the middle is actually the prequel.
And the editing sucked ass.
It didn't do as well, but the special effects were good. The music was okay. They captured the isolationism and how these people were reacting to it. And the actors, I didn't know who they were, most of them, except for Dan Fogler, which I didn't know the fuck why he was in this movie for.
Yeah, that's kind of random.
But I don't really, they did okay with
the guy.
parts.
I can't think of his name, but the guy from Project 9.
Yeah. District 9.
District 9.
Project 9 is
it's a party in South Africa.
They're okay with what they had. I mean, the actors, like I said, they weren't stellar, but they did okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does set itself up to be a great movie, and then it just kind of falls flat. You're getting really excited about all this stuff going on, what they're gonna find, and all this stuff. And it's shot well, like I said, so you are involved in that part of it. But then it goes up like this, and it goes. And it's flatlined.
Yeah, and once they get there, you're like, finally. And then, like, it gets exciting for a second, but then we go back to boring stuff again for 20 minutes. And you're just like, let's go!
It's like literally if you went home to a bar and you found this really hot girl, and then you take her home and Sheena was a man. I'm like, what? Oh, fuck!
Yeah, so I mean,
you just get disappointed.
You wanted a lot more from when they finally arrived. And don't get me wrong, I understand what people's automatic response to that's going to be. I was like, every movie you wanted aliens coming out and Harrison Ford to come out swinging on a rope and kill everybody. No, and we didn't want stupid horror either. But I like what they were trying to do. I like the theme and what they were going for in this movie. I would have been cool with a more serious, down to earth. Get it? It's a double, down to earth.
I like the way you
move. Grounded tone about the whole thing. You don't have to go crazy like cliche horror, thriller, whatever, which they kind of do.
Well, I appreciate what they did. Yeah. I mean, they do try to take a realistic approach.
But they take everything that you care about, they don't give you enough of, and it just you get so bored with it. By the time they get there, you don't really give a fuck anymore.
Well, even the ending and the way it all unfurls, it's just kind of like.
Like, oh, now this is broken.
Yeah.
Let's fix it for 20 minutes. Oh, now this happened. Let's fix it for 20 minutes.
Like I said, to me anyway, and I love space movies. I love 2001 Space Odyssey, and that's what they were going for, like that really realistic and it's still crazy.
You said
ultra realistic shit. Oots.
I was waking up in the morning with some oots.
It sounds like you're Russian.
Some fucking oots.
The fucking heads and oots. But yeah, so I mean, the ultra realistic part of it I enjoy, I like, but 2001 Space Odyssey came out in 1968, and that was the oots. You all fucked up. Yeah,
with some strawberries in it.
I get that. Yeah. I like what they were doing, but they just didn't deliver ultimately.
They were just fucking boring for the most part.
It's like when you go back, it's disappointing. The whole thing to me is disappointing.
If you're really into the space stuff,
hey, check this here, little Johnny. Here's a fucking ice cream cone in vanilla, and look how hot it is. Like, fuck yeah, check this out.
Yeah,
and you just push the fucking thing off the cone, and you're like, now you.
It's like the world's coolest sandwich, but it's all crust.
What kind of crust?
Bread crust.
Like.
The bread's made just out of crust. Like the brown.
That'd be the meanest mother of all time.
I know.
Hey, honey, you want your peanut butter sandwich? Yes, mom. And then she just gives you a plate of crust. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, you have an opportunity to have something really good in the middle, but it's each end of the loaf.
You'd be like, Daddy didn't love me.
So I mean, it's boring. The acting was good in it. I thought, like you said, the special effects, what they had,
great,
they pulled off an amazing feat with that, and I give them huge credit for that. But as a movie, as an entertaining movie, if you're not super into this stuff, don't watch it because you're going to be bored. And the last shot, I don't want to give anything away. There is a mini payoff for those watching that. I'll say this: there is a kind of a mini payoff, very small. And it just. But I thought it was like that. I thought it was kind of corny.
This whole thing, though.
Do you think it was corny looking?
It was just, yeah, I guess. But I mean, then again, I was thinking if it was realistic, and that's probably what it looked like. I don't know. I mean, because it was shot with that realistic camera shit they had outside.
I thought it was tacky.
The whole thing looked like Discovery Channel presents. Like it was like that. It's kind of like Discovery Channel True or something. Right. Like I don't know. So yeah, overall, I'm gonna give this movie a 6.0. I'm not. It sounds bad. I will, like I said, special effects are good. The acting is okay. It pulls you along pretty well, but then it takes you out of parts. That's the problem with it. It just doesn't deliver where it should deliver. That's the problem.
And it should have been a documentary. So it's pretty boring. It had a lot of opportunities that you could get into it, but it never really pulled it off. For me, it's just a 5.5.
Okay. Well,
but yeah, I do respect what they did with it. I know some people love this movie if you're really into that stuff, and then they say it's super realistic, and that's cool. I respect it for that. But as a movie, just as moviegoer entertainment value,
I'm never gonna watch it again. There's no fucking way.
Nah,
I could never sit through that. It's like a 90-minute movie, and it's. Sorry.
It just kind of ends with like. Yeah, you expect it to end with like a power fart.
A power fart?
Yeah, because normally when you sit through like slowness or like that choppy editing, when you get to the end, you expect like a. You expect like. But really, it comes out like.
But you went like, was that fucking Megatron gonna come out?
That was the fart.
It sounded like a robot.
No, you expect a big man. You expect a big man thigh.
I thought you were gonna say you expect a big man to come out like hey,
look at this dick.
Look at my chest.
No, you expect a man thigh, and what you get is You
get like a.
You're not giving it the sound. You gotta wait for the.
You get like a dust fart.
What's your all's favorite space movie?
That's a hard one. That's a really hard one. Because Star Wars is out there. You got Star Trek.
I'm gonna go with one off the beaten path.
What?
Event Horizon.
Motherfucker, I was gonna pick it.
I know. That's why I did it, just to piss you off. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay. We'll see you next time on Fuck Beans Delight.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.
Thongs.
We watched it. We watched a movie.
Thongs are Granny Panty's choice or lifestyle?